So watch what I did today. First trade I took today was CTV. It was a short one too. I think it was right here. Boom, boom. Wait for the break, retest, and I think I got it here. 950 something. Yeah, it was in here. Yeah, this was it. Boom, boom. Broke through, kind of retest, came back through. I got it right here. The trade went through before this candle. I mean, literally, like this was the trade right here. It was pretty simple. I got the 67.25, 67.20s. They cost $2. I got 10 of them. And I had a cut loss level too. So once I got into the trade, if I got a closing candle back above the pre-market high, I would have gotten out of the trade. But in short period of time, it went through. I sold 5 of them. Initially, I put it at 240, but I saw, watch the rules, guys. I saw we're coming up on 10 o'clock. Do we not have a 10 o'clock reversal that usually comes? Yes. So I know that it's coming. I'm in the trade. I'm waiting to get 240 for half of my verts here. But I know that the market is going to start to reverse, or at least it could because of the time of day zone. So my rule is if I come up on a time of day zone, I look to get out of the trade early. So I allow myself early exit because I know there's a time of day shift happening. So I changed my order to 235. It didn't fill. I changed it again to 230, but it filled at 235 before I could get the change in. So I sold 5 of them at 235. I made $35 times 5. That's $175 profit. Then I immediately put on the 67.20, 67.15s. But again, it's now 9:58. Time of day zone is upon me. I have this nice big candle and I'm like coming up. No, price came back up here. It started to drop again. I said, you know what? If this moves up like this and I miss putting it on, like shame on me. It's 10 o'clock. So I put in an order to sell 5 credit spreads at $2, the same price that I paid. Break even on these 5. I'm already up $175 from selling half my position. Order filled. Bang. Now I could have gotten probably 230, 240. If I held on here, probably 245, 250 I could have gotten for the credit spreads. But I don't think that way. My goal is to make money and get my fly while I obey my own rules. My target when I do CTV is called dollars and flies. That's my target, whatever it costs me to a certain extent. When I do CTV Plus, I have my target and I have my exit, which is different. Does everybody understand this one? So this was quick. In fact, with a 3-point move, I sold the debit spreads. 4 points further, 2 points further, about 2.5 to be exact. 2.5 points further, total of 5.5 point move. This CTV was done. So ended up with 5 flies. So look at the move. Boom, I'm not taking it there, right? So many people want to jump in here. Yeah, let's just get puts without acknowledging the pre-market low. So if I show you this, look at the 5-minute chart. This is where price closed on Friday, right here. The market opens, the pre-market opens gap up right up here. Probably because of AMD and also I think initial move maybe was the bond market, but it flexed. But this was the initial move, was this gap up move, right? In the first 5 minutes from here, the markets fell right to here. dead stop. And then something happened right here that forced price all the way up to here, and then it closed here. That's what this first candle is. The next candle here, the next candle here, it popped up to here. That is the high of the pre-market. And then it sold off from there. So that's what created these two lines right here, that price action. So you could say there are algorithms up in this range that might kick on and sell. There are algorithms, you might say, in this range that might kick on and buy because it happened here. You think this was just Van trading 100 contracts or something in the pre-market? Don't know why it would be a different spot. Pre-market low is the pre-market low. So right here, it depends on what chart you're on. But at 8:05, the low of that candle was 670.15. And that's right here. And this is accurate. So 670.15 was the low in the pre-market. So I don't know why yours would be at anything other than 670.15. So now that I'm thinking about taking a trade, I don't trade the open. I just don't. That's just me. I don't like trading the open. I used to. My success rate wasn't very good. I found that I was not following my rules. Let me try this. Let me fade this. Let me gap this. Let me gap that. I couldn't get any straight ahead rules for it. So I just said, screw it. I'm going to just follow the rules that I know that work for me. And that's what I teach. So we open here. This blue line is the today's open. So price is coming down. Now, a lot of people will trade this. Okay, fine. Not me. Because I saw in the pre-market that as soon as it came down to this level, it popped higher. There are algos sitting right here. And sure enough, I'm right. Look how price comes right here, and starts moving higher. So what I look for is a retest of that level. Because if it comes back to this level again, it's either going to get the same algo to kick in and move it higher, or they turned it off, so to speak. Buyers are not coming in there, at least in that moment. So if it comes back down and breaks through that level, that is a setup. You guys are getting this? Rules. I don't trade the open. That's a rule. I wait for price to move. That's a rule. If it approaches the pre-market low, I wait to see what it does. Boom. If it bounces off it, great. I'll wait for the retest. Retest, that's a rule. If the test passes, then I will look at the previous swing high, and then maybe I'll take a trade over and above that. If it does not pass the test and breaks, then I've got a trigger to trade it to the downside. So my trigger to the upside would be here. Came down, boom. Nope, we held right there. That'd be my trigger to go long. A breakthrough here on a retest is my trigger to go short. As long as I have what? To confirm. What I'm talking about here is called price action. What else do I need? I've got my setup. Everybody understand what I mean by a setup for this particular thing? Waiting for price to come down. It bounced off. Now I'm waiting for a retest. If it holds, I trade up. If it breaks, I trade down. That is the setup. Everybody understand the rules, how I got to the word setup? There's no guesswork. Well, maybe I'll take the 670, 671s. Well, maybe I'll buy the 670 puts here. The price looks like price might go down to yesterday's close. No, those are not rules. Those are biases and opinions and stupid thoughts that come into your head that you cannot trust. You cannot trust your own thoughts. You just can't. Rules you can trust because they're proven.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video from Trade With Me Now. Make sure to go ahead and like this video and subscribe to our channel so you make sure that you catch our next video right when it's released. Also, if you have a question or comment, please leave that in the comments section below. And of course, if you want to learn more about Trade With Me Now or join our community of profitable traders, go to tradewithmenow.com. There's also a link in the description below.